Welcome back, my feisty friends! Since April has almost packed its bags and Cinco de Mayo is coming around the corner, I figured now is the perfect time to circle right back to Encanto. Before we start, make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss an adventure. Today, we're going straight into my theory trenches and breaking down all of the curiously obvious moments that point to something that is pretty heartwarming once you see it. I think Casita is Abuelo Pedro. Before you start panicking, let's start at the beginning. For those of you who may not know, 50 years before the movie takes place, the Madrigals were blessed with a miracle that saved Abuela Alma. It came from the candle, but it didn't appear out of thin air. It was born the moment Pedro gave his life to protect Alma and their people. As Pedro died, the candle flared to life with magical energy. That triggered an entire transformation of the landscape. The mountains rose, a valley formed, and Casita appeared. The candle then got this really cool glowing butterfly symbol. Now, this butterfly symbol turned into a recurring motif that I think represents Pedro. I also think that it's no coincidence that butterflies consistently guided Mirabel in key moments. Just to list the most obvious, one led her through Bruno's vision. That same butterfly was the one who joined Alma and Mirabel at the river. The song being sung in the background is called Dos Oruguitas, which means two little caterpillars, and the end of the song talks about how they have become butterflies. There is also a butterfly on Mirabel's skirt. Referring back to the house, Casita's behavior was emotional, intentional, and deeply personal between the family members. Even though Casita literally translates to small, cute house, and it is a house in the movie, its spirit was alive, protective, funny, kind of stubborn. It danced with Mirabel and played music for guests. It even waved in the exact same way Pedro once did to Alma. The house was Mirabel's best friend. If this theory is right and Pedro is the spirit of Casita, then Mirabel was the one he trusted most. She had the courage to confront what was broken in their family, and she had the heart to deal with it, and she had less expectations on her because she didn't have a magical gift. What is strange to me is that despite living in Colombia and in a house literally built by magic, Abuela Alma never prayed to the candle or even to God. She prayed to Pedro. Maybe because somewhere deep down she knew he was still there. When the miracle first came to Alma, she subconsciously directed the magic. The doors that her children and grandchildren received each reflected her hopes and dreams for them. Her fear of losing the miracle is what shaped the direction of it. And Pedro, bound to the house, honored those fears, but it fractured the family. And then came Mirabel. With no door of her own, she stayed in the nursery, where Casita nurtured her. She was isolated by her relatives because she had no magic, so she built a relationship with Casita that no one else had, and that gave her perspective that the others lacked. She became the only one who truly listened to the house, and the house responded in turn. By the time Antonio's ceremony arrived, the magic of the miracle had already shifted to Mirabel, so his door reflected who he was in that moment. It showed his essence without distortion or expectation, because that was no longer Alma's control. The miracle began answering to someone new. When the argument happened and the candle went out, it's because Abuela had given up on herself. But Casita still protected the family. Casita cushioned Isabella's fall and Camille's. It rolled the floors to push the family outside, and then it used the last ounce of its power to cover Mirabel to protect her from the falling debris. The end of the movie brings us back to the beginning. This is where Mirabel and Alma finally came to terms with each other. Alma was finally able to let go of her fear and to love her family as they were because she had Mirabel to give her the example. And the family rebuilt Casita together, but only one of them could carry the miracle forward, which is why Mirabel is now in the center of the new family door. Once the miracle returned, it was like everything was back to normal. Except, Casita did something really cool. It forced the family to take a picture and dragged Mirabel and Abuela to the center of it. My final piece of proof is what Abuela said. She called Pedro for help and he sent her Mirabel. Alrighty, mi amigos, that is all for today. Let me know in the comments what other Encanto moments you think prove or disprove this theory. And of course, if you have your own wild theories, never hold back. Like and subscribe for more. Until next time, stay curious, stay chaotic, and stay magical.